Kerwin Vargas injured an ankle in that game, but he's recovered enough to start tonight. Early MVP candidate Cucho Hernandez, flanked by Diego Rossi and Christian Ramirez, who scored twice against Charlotte in the last meeting. They were together at English club Leyton Orient 25 years ago. For the crown, a test against what is generally considered the best in Major League Soccer. Breeze will swirl around this bowl of a stadium. This is Yeboah bringing it forward for Columbus in the black and gold. And here's Cucho, first shot, and he puts it just wide. It's the first corner of the game, and it's Rossi with an outswinger, and Camacho is arriving. This is Darlington Nagbe. He can set it up once more for Rossi to hit it, and it's turned behind by a very strong arm.
Adjumani, he had the run on Moreira, it was there from. This prior to that, Diego Rossi, right off the outside of the post, it's there from, sets it up well.
Including his lone MLS goal, here's Adjumani pushing forward, Bush has come out, this will be turned in an open 6-yard area, and it's missed by Diagere, with the goal gaping, Charlotte missed an open goal, but then they make up for it! But the referee's going to wave it off for a free kick, and Gianni has not scored on his home debut. The referee has given a free kick to Columbus for a melee in the box before it was turned into the net.
But what a couple of opportunities. Charlotte get a fortunate little bounce by Adjumani. He's in so much space in between defenders. It's a heavy first touch by him, but he saved what you thought by Arfield squaring it for Diagere, and Diagere almost thought it was in the back of the net before he took his touch. So the referee calls for that foul in the middle of the area. Diagere was already thinking about his celebration rather than tucking it away. Oh, that's a tough one.
This weekend everyone is ready physically and mentally. And they have to be ready to adapt as they have with two early changes. It's a full force of Derek Jones in midfield. 25 minutes or so. This is the Jones challenge, and
it's a turn of the ankle. And Jones, for me, there's nothing malicious in that in terms of him going into the ankle.
Well,
I think that's a tough call.
Derek Jones is dismissed on his return to Charlotte. He's been on the field only minutes.
In the moment, if it's given a red card, but the fact that it hasn't been given in the moment, I don't think it's enough to go clear and obvious.
Charlotte, since the 28th minute, playing against 10 men. Westwood onto that right foot, and there's Vargas straight at Evan Bush. Flag's gone up now anyway. We're going to play 12 minutes of stoppage time, so we're going to hit 57 minutes of this first half. That might be the longest first half, certainly this season. And here's Cucho arriving, and Cucho scoring! 10 men, it doesn't matter. This man's on fire.
Well, what a great ball in behind this is. You wondered if it would go out, but Arston, he just stretches himself, gets into a good area, and then it's all about scanning. It's all about finding that man, number 9, and doesn't he arrive well? The timing of his run is completely out of the picture at first. And he's putting his arms up, he's screaming for it. Doesn't get the purest of contact on it, but it doesn't matter because it's the right direction as he guides it into the far corner. Even if you look at the cutting of the grass.
Offside, no goal. Frank Anderson, our VAR tonight, busy first half for him as Vargas goes through at the other end. And the referee gives a penalty. Of the 53 career penalties he's faced, now he's got to keep out Tavares. In the 62nd minute, he misses! He blazes it over! And it's still 0-0, and the first half still goes on. Charlotte FC contingent.
Oh, terrible penalty for Tavares, who's come off the substitute bench. And he puts one right into the stands. It's completely underneath it. He's going for the top pin. Evan Bush, he guesses. What an eventful first half.
Still, though, what looks like a three-line backline. Ross will take a look at that as we get the second half underway. Columbus Crew, who have not been beaten in Major League Soccer since mid-September.
Just on the side of midfield nearest to us.
Burns kept his run going, and he gets hold of this one. And the header from Ajiman is a comfortable one for Evan Bush.
Has done so well, just feeding off of scraps, challenging for 50-50 balls and winning them, or at least getting his team up the pitch. But just Rossi has just been off the mark tonight.
The header down into the path of Westwood to hit it. A brilliant goal for Charlotte.
Moments ago from the edge of the box in a similar situation, but this time he gets it spot on. It's not a bad ball in because it forces Amundsen to be backpedaling, and he can't get a clear header with height and distance. Puts it down into an area that Westwood just steps onto, and he catches everything. Controls it nicely first, and as that ball drops, he puts his foot right through the middle of it, bursting the back of the net, and giving Charlotte a much-needed breakthrough. Why he didn't take his opportunity to go 1v1.
Here's a chance for Ajiman, and he absolutely roofs it.
Pass from Johnny. Just puts it right into stride, and Ajiman, he takes it on nicely. Good first touch, takes it wide just enough to open up the angle, and then he smashes right through it.
Charlotte go from MLS Cup winners to Shield winners when they host Cincinnati next weekend. That game, Saturday 7:30 on MLS Season Pass, but for now, the Crown conquer the Crew.